20's. Here we are to meet a very, very quiet little girl who has made our country proud by being the world chess champion, ranking number 8 in 2017. And she has also won many, many accolades across the world for our country. She is a girl who hails from a small town in our country, but she has made our country very proud. She is Saloni Sapale. She is a young girl who is pursuing her psychology and she has got great interest in art. Let us take this opportunity to welcome her for a chat on this show where we are going to be meeting her and I'm going to be your host, Dr. Nirmala Krishnan on Education News Network presented by Education Today. Welcome, Saloni.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. I want to thank you for taking this initiative of starting the 20's. It's really amazing. I also want to thank Education News Network and also my alma mater, Vikhe Patel Memorial School, for thinking that I was worthy and deserving of this platform.
Thank you so much. Yes, a lot of people play their own roles in ensuring or helping us achieve our goals. And you have been really, really sweet in acknowledging everyone's contribution in your journey. Saloni, we are going to get into a discussion, and this discussion is in a format where we will have 4 rounds. The first round is about knowing you through certain questions. The second round is going to be from the questions that we have picked up. Students from across India have shared this question, students, parents, and a lot of other people. We'll be asking you to answer their questions. The third round is when we take a role reversal and you ask me a question. And the final and the most interesting round is the rapid fire round where you get to answer certain questions.
I'm excited.
Great. So we quickly go on. How does it feel to be All India Women's rank number 18 in chess?
Ma'am, I was All India Women's rank number 8 in 2017 list. So the rank is essentially based on our FIDE rating, which fluctuates whenever we play tournaments. It increases or decreases depending on our performance in the tournament. And it felt great, obviously, to be among the top 10 women in the country. It gave me a really good confidence boost and made me want to work harder. At the same time, my under 18 rank in India was number 1, and my under 18 rank in girls in the world was number 9 as well. So, though rank is not the motivation behind doing all this, the motivation is to become a better player and work harder on ourselves. These are the byproducts. So, these only make me want to work harder. And it felt really amazing.
Wow. Yes. And we are also delighted, and that is the reason we have you in the 20. How did you balance your travel for these competitions and your studies? What were the challenges? Because many out there are into different kinds of sports and they have to travel around. So, how did you manage your studies and your travel for sports?
Ma'am, the biggest challenge between managing my chess and my studies was the shortage of time, because it was like a cycle for me. I used to prepare for tournaments, I used to go for tournaments, come back, catch up with my studies, give exams, again prepare for my tournaments and go back again. So the really crucial element in this system was the time that I had in my hand. So for me, it was the efficient management of time that really helped all of this. And plus, I really like chess and I really like studying as well. So when you do things that you love, the process entirely becomes much easier for yourself too. So I think that is a really big driving force for me.
Lovely. The next question is, what is your philosophy about dealing with failures and setbacks? Because we know that in a game of chess, there are many times you fail. So, what is your philosophy about it? What is your understanding?
I personally think that a sports person must be prepared to face both winning and losing. Losing, failure, setbacks are all part of the process, and you only understand the importance of success and the meaning of hard work when you undergo such stressful situations. My philosophy earlier, when I was much younger, say between 8 to 14, was there was no really, not really a philosophy, because when you're a teenager, you just want to deal with it, and there are some times when you experience a lot of negative emotions as well. But as a person grows, as a sports person grows, you develop maturity in your behavior and your thinking as well. So you start to deal much more effectively. You start to view your mistakes and your failures as just a part in the process and not the ending of it. And most importantly, I try to maintain a balance between not being too hard or too lenient on myself, so that there's an environment that facilitates growth.
Okay, brilliant. Now, the next one is I've seen some mind boggling artwork done by you. Can you share your engagement with those artwork? Because you are an international chess player, champion,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are doing your psychology, and you're also brilliant in art.
Right. So, well, I was 4 to 6 years old. I don't really exactly remember, but I have started liking art since that time. I was really fascinated with colors and the intricate patterns that were there around me. And I have an appreciation for art in general. Like it's not just say paintings or whatever, but it can be sculptures or anything in that respects. And one important thing is that I'm not trained. I just like to do it because it gives me a sense of peace and it makes my heart very happy. Yes, I was enrolled in some drawing classes by my parents, and I've also given the elementary and intermediate drawing exams, but that's about it. The reason I engage in drawing, and yeah, of course, I don't get much time among my busy schedule, so that time is much less. But whenever I do, I make sure that I just immerse myself into it completely. I just put on some music and enjoy the process in a way to, distress myself.
Thank you for that. And why did you decide to pursue your BA in psychology? Does that help you balance your sports, or you're passionate about psychology?
I had taken arts in 11th and 12th standard because I wanted to pursue chess. I had actually gotten good marks in my 10th board exams. I had scored 90.6%. So I was actually in a double mind in what to choose, science or arts or commerce. But I really wanted to pursue chess. So I opted for arts. In first year, when it's time for you to choose the stream that you want to do your bachelor's degree in, I had two options. I was really passionate about psychology and history, but yes, a part of me was influenced by the fact that psychology might boost my performance in chess as well. With psychology, I'm just really fascinated by it because it helps us understand how the human mind works, why people behave the way they do, and related such things. And it just gives me a sense of understanding. It helps me understand myself better as well. And I was doing many sessions with sports psychologist Mrs. Debashri Dandekar. So in that process also, I was really enlightened about the various aspects that can be, and the various areas that psychology might offer, and in my studies of it, that is. So yeah, it was both of these things that led me to choose psychology, my passion for it, and also how it would boost my sport.
You just mentioned that psychology. So, does this psychology help to interpret the behavior of your opponent?
It might seem that it can do that, but it is much more intricate and complex than that, because the person sitting in front of you is also a different person, and you can't actually look into his mind or her mind and try to understand what he or she must be thinking. And plus, since I am still a student and not a full-fledged psychologist, I am not aware that much of the various techniques of understanding the human psychology. So it might appear that I can understand better. To a certain degree, I can. Like, I can understand from the way he or she is behaving, if they're calm or if they feel threatened by what I have played. But I think that's about it. Not that much into the deep areas yet.
Great. So we move on to the next round where we have these questions from students across India. Okay. The
Yes.
first one comes from a school in Indore, and this kid wants to know what is the importance of a routine and do you follow a specific lifestyle to be a successful chess champion?
This is a very interesting question because I personally feel that routine is a very subjective thing. I'll first tell you about what I follow. So, I am a big follower of a routine and a particular schedule throughout the day. Whenever I think about a big goal, I break it down into smaller goals so that they look more achievable and doable, and I get a sense of control over them. I follow the path and I set targets daily and I aim to complete them. This helps me even boost my confidence because you get a sense of achievement on a daily basis, so it makes you want to work much harder. And instead of focusing on one big elephant task, you just focus on small daily tasks, so it makes your job also easier. It gives you a overview of how much you have done and how much you are yet about to do. The reason I said that the following of a routine is a subjective thing is because there is certain amount of monotony that can be involved in this, because you have to do the same tasks every day consistently over a period of time. So if one is okay with that consistency and the monotony in their life, then they should definitely go for it. I personally love the process and the grind on a daily basis, and I really enjoy the entire process, so it works very well for me.
Fantastic. Great. The next one, this question comes from Hyderabad, and this
Okay.
question is: do you find that you can apply certain skills required in your sport in other scenarios of your life?
Chess and life are two different things, yes, but they are connected in various ways. So I can give you example with the skills or the qualities that I have inculcated in myself via chess. So I can give you the example of a good memory or a good concentration or the spirit of never giving up or having undivided focus. All of these qualities really help me in my academics or other parts of my life. Say for when I come back from tournaments and I have a really less time to catch up with my studies and give my exams. So the memory and the techniques of memorizing things that I have learned in chess really help me in my process in learning the things that I have missed in my school as well. So this is how it really helps me. And when I have less time, the undivided focus that I have achieved from chess helps me in capturing the various things that are new to me in my academics. Or even when I meet new people, it just helps me achieve a sense of familiarity. I don't have to be scared of the newness of the situation because I face newness in every move on the board. So that's about it, yes.
Okay. Wow. So this question comes from Madhavi Rahul. She asked that as a sports person, you must have faced situations where you're not in the winning position. In those scenarios, how do you find the courage and strength to push through and fight?
So, Michael Jordan had said that you fail and you fail and you fail until you succeed. So, I think that is the motto that one should follow. It is very easy, especially in the younger age, to get dejected by losses, and especially in important games when you expect yourself to win, you might end up performing unsatisfactorily. But the key here is to keep believing in yourself and really focusing on what you know and your strengths. The strength and courage that help me to push through such winning positions is because of the maturity and the sense of self that I have developed over the years. It is not an overnight process. It takes a lot of practice, and both practice as in both chess and mental practice. And then you come at a stage where handling such positions becomes much easier.
Okay, interesting. The next question is from one of your teachers. Okay,
Okay.
she asked that she has seen you in the school, and she asked this question: that do you regret missing out on a more enjoyable life that others had, and are you satisfied with where you are now, given the sacrifices you have made in the school?
Well, Sacrifice, the word sacrifice, the way I interpret it is that you give up something good to do some other job, rather something that is much better to do something that is a little less better. So the way I see it is that when I was say sacrificing parties, I was doing chess. But in this case, both are good options. So I had nothing to lose. For me, it was a win-win situation. And since I really loved chess and I really enjoyed the process of working hard on it, it wasn't that difficult for me. But yes, during my teenage years, there was a feeling when, oh, I was missing my farewell or I was missing my parties. And yes, that happened. I actually missed my 10th standard farewell because I had a national tournament. So that was one of the toughest decision because, you are saying bye to your school and it is a really hard moment for you and you are not there to say bye to your school. So it was a really tough decision for me, but I made that decision and it turned out to be one of the finest decisions because I came second in that tournament and I got qualified for the world and Asian events as well. And there I won medals for the country. So, in retrospect, when I look at it, I am really happy that I made that decision. This is just one example of what the situation might be, but overall, as well, I think I won't use the word sacrifice here because both the situations were a win win for me.
Brilliant, Saloni. This is such a beautiful way this young girl has put that when you want to pursue your passion, you want to achieve and realize your dream, you don't use the word sacrifice. Thank you so much, Saloni, for this. Now we go to the third round where you get to ask a question to me.
Okay. So, ma'am, first of all, before anything else, I just want to say a big, big thank you for you for doing this. It's really a wonderful project. And my question for you is actually twofold. The first question is that I want to ask you how did the idea of starting the 20s come to you? And my second question is that these days, the millennials that they are called, or rather we are taking up diverse careers. And earlier, there used to be only one or two or three options that people used to choose from. But now, as we can see, there are many career options as well, and people are daring to choose them as well. So, what is your opinion on it?
Okay. Uh, Fantastic, Saloni. Thank you so much. First of all, I must thank you for accepting to be a part of the 20s so graciously, where you're sharing your stories of grit, hard work, and smart thinking. So, when I was sitting back and looking at the way career counseling happens in schools across India, I observed that it happens in a very traditional manner where universities come, they talk about different careers, or you have got experts in the age group of 40 and 50 who are stalwarts in that particular career and they address the teenagers. And I found a major disconnect and I was trying to find a better connect for the teenagers. And when I had a conversation with my kids who are in their teenage, they shared that they find better connect with people of their age or little older than them. And that is when we came with the terminology of the 20s coined by my own son, where we picked up the stories of children in the age group of 20 to 29 and we try to reach out the principals across India and ask them to suggest the alumni of their school to be connected. That is how we started. So through this what we got was 20 brilliant Indians from across India who are sharing their journey, and parents are getting to understand the different career options and varied career options that people and are opting for in the age group of 20 to 29. And all of you are achievers and you're still on your journey and not in your 40s and 50s where you have done it all and you don't have the kind of connect with the teenagers in school. That is how this project started, and very happy that we have reached this stage. And thanks to ENN and Education Today who have given us this platform to bring all of you for all the viewers over there. And the second part about going for different career, I think my own story stands very unique because I'm a pharmacist by profession, where I should have been in a pharmaceutical industry. And here I am into education, and I've had a beautiful journey of starting my career as a kindergarten teacher, becoming a principal, going on to manage schools across India as a country head and a general manager in education, followed by now I'm taking care of projects across the world. So the only thing that I can share with millennials is all of you have got the exposure, the experience, and all of you are following your passion. And that is going to be the cutting edge. And that we have seen in the stories of the 20s, how that has helped all of you become successful in life and share a new definition of success with the audience here today. So
That is
hope I
very
have
very
answered.
good. You're an inspiration, is all I can say.
Yeah, that is what, when we follow our passion, then there is no day and night for you. We are working 24 hours. The mind is thinking of doing something different. So
Right.
great. Yeah. So Loni, thank you so much for that wonderful question. Okay. And after that, we come to the rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Really
Okay,
excited.
great. So we go to the rapid fire. Where do you see yourself 7 years from now?
I see myself in as personally in a much better position mentally, in a very peaceful and happy place, and professionally I want to have at least achieved the women grandmaster title, and I want to do something for the country.
Beautiful. Best wishes for that.
Thank
Next
you.
one. Who is your role model in chess?
My role model in chess, as for many girls in the chess fraternity, it is Judith Polgar, who is a visionary and an inspiration for so many girls. She was one of the first women players to cross the 2700 rating barrier, and she is really, really inspirational.
Wonderful. Impact of Shiv Chhatrapati Rajya Krida Puraskar in your life.
It was definitely a major boost. I was really happy because it is one of the most important sports awards in the state of Maharashtra. So when I was awarded or I received that award, I was really very happy. And the only thought that came in my mind was that now I must work harder and stand. Be deserving. I need to prove myself that I'm deserving for that award.
You have traveled to different countries across the world. Can you travel? Can you just share in one line what has been your travel experience?
Oh, it is so difficult to put this in one line, but I will try. I personally love traveling because you get to meet new people, you get to meet and explore new cultures. And I personally am a foodie, so I also get to explore many different cuisines. To put it in one line, I think. I have read a quote that says that you can't grow if you stay in one place. So you might as well, roam around and become a better version of yourself. So that is how I'll put it. All my travels have only helped me become a better person and understand the life better.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Saloni. We have the last question, which you have to answer quickly. Your one-liner on marriage.
One liner on, I'm sorry.
Marriage.
Marriage. Oh, oh, I have no idea. I actually did not think about it. So my one liner will be something I have not thought about.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for being on this show. Wishing you the very, very best for your future. And to the
Thank you so much.
audience, can you just share how they can reach out to you if they have any more questions?
Sure. I'm on Instagram. My handle is at Saloni1204. So you can definitely ask me any questions that you would like to have them answered. I'm not on Facebook, so Instagram is the only social media I use.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Saloni. Wishing
Thank
you
you so much, ma'am.
the very, very best for you to achieve all those dreams that you want to achieve.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. So, dear viewers, we got to hear the journey of Saloni, such a young girl achieving so many things in her life. We all have got different ideas about a future career. And the only way we can prove ourselves is when we share our new definition of success with the world. Looking forward to hosting you all on this show, The 20s, along with Education News Network, presented by Education Today. Signing off for now, this is Dr. Nirmala Krishnan. Have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead.